Hey everybody, welcome to the real United States and welcome to the Grosvenor-Stratmore station of the Washington Metro. Now, what do you do with an old rail car when it becomes decommissioned? Well, in this case, they've cut it up and turned it into retail kiosks. Here at the Grosvenor station, Metro has decided to team with 5 Square Development to produce these retail kiosks out of the decommissioned 4000 series transit cars, rail cars. Now, the work was done actually by a local artist by the name of Robert Moho. His actual name is Robert Majeski, I believe it's pronounced, but he prefers to go by Moho or Mojo. I'm not actually sure how he pronounces it. It's M-O-J-O. And he's taken these cars and gutted them. I mean, taking out all the old wiring, all the old controls, everything. Gutted them down, cut them into pieces, welded ends on them. Did a beautiful job to turn them into these retail kiosks right here in front of the depot, the station where people come and go for the train. Now you'll see, if we zoom in, that the seats that were taken out actually have been preserved. The seats were then refurbished, repurposed into benches to sit right outside of these kiosks for people to sit down for a moment. So these still are the original 1970s era styling, although these 4000 series were built a little later than the 70s. This was the same styling that had been with the rail cars from the inception of Metro in 1976. These cars, actually probably about 25 years old or so, have lived out their service life and have been decommissioned. So they're being repurposed in this case. And this is a pilot program, as I understand it, between Metro and 5 Square to see if retail is going to be a viable opportunity at the station. Now, they have a very limited amount of time that they're open. Right now, they're only open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from about 3:30 to 7:30 in the evening. And this is so commuters coming home, or I suppose going elsewhere, can stop and pick up. Oh, there's a bakery here. They could pick up a loaf of bread. There's flowers here. They could stop and pick up flowers for their loved ones. There's a food stall. But they're trying to experiment with this to see if it's a viable option. And if it is, then there may be opportunities in the future for additional kiosks at more of the Metro stations throughout the greater Washington, D.C. area. So it'll be interesting to see how this works out and if there will be retail opportunities for those of us who use the system to commute and move around the area to go ahead and have something that we can, pick up when we're coming in off the train. Now, these cars weigh, by the way, 80,000 pounds, 40 tons. So they have to be, there's a lot of work involved in dropping the trucks, which is where the wheels are, off, taking out all the wiring, taking out all the systems, huge amount of stuff. Just manhandling these things takes a big crane, a lot of time, a lot of effort. But it's nice that we're repurposing them instead of, throwing them in a dump. Some of this obviously could be recycled, but not all of it. So it's nice that it's being repurposed, and it's not exactly part of, but it is closely related to Metro's art and transit program, because there is some artistic style to creating these kiosks. So one of the things that has been taking place over quite some time is the art and transit program. So trying to dress up the stations, make them something that is useful for the local community. Now, there is discussion, I guess, or I wouldn't say plans, but there has been some discussion about 5 Square developing the Stratmore Square for additional retail space. I'm not quite sure where that is relative to where I'm standing. I know it's right next to me, but I'm not sure exactly where. So I don't know if they were going to be with repurposed rail cars or if it's going to be actual structures, but this whole thing is under development. So it's still kind of new. These have only been here for, I think, about 2 weeks. And you can see that some of the retailers here, we pan around a little bit, have gone ahead and they've got some additional tents set up in front of their place to provide a little bit of cover from either sun or rain for their customers. And they've just opened. It's just after opening time, so they haven't got a lot of people in here yet. But you'll notice they've left all of the markings, the Metro markings. You can still see the doors. If we zoom in over there on the far car, you can see the doors that would normally be the entrance and exit doors for the rail car still in place. So it still has that very, Metro rail car feel about it. And the one right behind me, you can see still has the number. This was car 4089. And so the original operator window, the whole bit. So it still has the whole feel about it. They didn't change it a great deal, at least in terms of the aesthetics of the cars. So anyway, that is the new retail kiosks here at the Grosvenor Strathmore station. And here's hoping they go ahead and do more of this. I think it's a good idea. I think it's going to be nice for a lot of people to be able to just grab something without having to go, oh, well, wait, I got to get in the car and go and stop at another stop before I go home because I got to pick some stuff up. So this will be nice. But only time will tell, folks. So I hope you've enjoyed this short visit here to the Grosvenor Strathmore Metro Station and the new kiosks that are being built out of repurposed, decommissioned rail cars. If you got questions or comments, I'll do my best to answer them. I'm not sure that I can, but please leave them in the comment section down below. If you just want to stop in and say hi, that's okay too. We love hearing from everybody. I try to get back to everybody I can. If you're new here, hey, pick subscribe. Come along for the adventure because we got lots more to show you. And as always, thank you for watching.